Welcome to the lesson, and in this video, we are going to be making sentences together from start to finish. So, I will have an English sentence, and then we're gonna turn that into Korean sentences together, like step by step. It will be a beginner level. Bring your notebook because it's gonna be so helpful. I already know. Like, you are going to be blown away by how simple this is and how doable it is for you, even when I'm not there. You ready? I'm going to show you the chart that's going to make sense to your brain. Okay? And before I show you anything, I want to tell you just quickly that I launched my brand new course called Sentence Freedom, and hundreds of you already joined and you told me that you love it. So I am really, really happy to hear that. And if you haven't heard about my new program called Sentence Freedom, where you can turn any words into sentences in Korean like this, I literally connected every piece that you can imagine, like vocab to patterns to like acquisition of like particles. I talk about everything in the course. So if you haven't heard and you're interested in knowing the details, go to my website right here, or you can click the link in my description because all the details are on my website. Okay? So now without further ado, let me bring you this chart that's going to help you tremendously. You ready? So it's just a colorful one straight line chart. It's a beginner level. I can add more things to it once we feel comfortable later with our adverbs and adjectives, all of that. But for now, start with subject. That's your subject. And W stands for three things: when, like when something happens, or whom, like to whom or with whom, or where you're talking about. So those three in that order: when, to whom, or where. I'll talk more about it when we have real examples in words. Then we have O, that's your object. Okay? And lastly, we have the green, the verb. Verbs are always placed at the end of sentences in Korean. Remember that. With that simple chart, I'm going to show you all these sentences. You have this in your notebook? Then you are ready. You ready? I am so excited to show you the process of it. So here we have something really easy and simple. We're going to go with easy to more advanced sentences. So our brains are ready for it. Something like, I like coffee. Do you see it? So now let's put parts of speech into this English sentence so we know exactly what this represents. So I in English, that's going to be your subject, right? I. And then we have the verb. That's going to be your like, being the state verb here in English. Then we have what do you like? That's your object that you're liking. So we have SVO in English. Isn't it interesting to analyze language like this? Even in English, right? It's like, oh, that's like, I didn't even know we're putting that in that order because we just talk day to day. But now we're analyzing, we're putting parts of speech to it. Okay, so now we're gonna just draw an arrow like this. We're gonna put it right here, and then that is a verb. So we're gonna put it at the end in Korean, and then object is gonna be right here. So the order is a little different in Korean. So notice that and get used to it as we go through more examples. So now we need vocab. So that's why vocab is so important. And if you don't know what to say things in Korean, you'll be always be like, how do I say that in Korean? How do I say that in Korean? So many people think, oh, vocab, I'll do that later. But without vocab, your sentences will never be complete. So please do me a favor. Consistently work on your vocab. 5 words a day. That's fine too. If you do it for a whole year, perfect. So, and if you're looking for resources to expand your vocabulary, I highly recommend my vocabulary power pack. I'll also have that on not on my website, it's going to be on my description. I put 1,300 words altogether into this books that I have to help you expand your vocab. All right, so highly recommend you check it out because it has pictures, it has colors, super easy to read, digestible lessons, all of that. It's on my description. Okay, so now we are going to put them into Korean words. We have 저, and then I'll put a particle, topic marker, 저는. Particles, that's like a whole lesson that we need to talk about, but that's going to be covered in my course, Sentence Freedom. And now, in this sentence, we don't have a W. No to whom, no when, no where. So I'm just going to cross it out. That's okay. We don't need to always fill the chart. Next, we put object. That's coffee, copy. In English, we do not have a F sound. So every time you see a F sound, it's usually the P sound that we replace it with. Copy. And now the verb is to like, and that's 좋아해, 좋아하다. And you're going to conjugate that to present tense. 좋아해 요. The yo ending is the polite form that you're gonna use. Now, 저는 커피 좋아해요 is okay, but you're gonna put an object marker right here. 커피를. We have markers for everything. You've heard like subject markers, 이가, topic markers, 있는, 을을, object markers, it's all kinds of particles, right? And that's a lesson for another time. But just know that in my course, Sentence Freedom, I connected all the particles together too. So you're not lost with a missing piece. Okay? So we have a complete sentence here. 저는 커피를 좋아해요. Can you say that? 저는 커피를 좋아해요. Wow! And that is conjugated to present tense. Because I'm not saying I liked. I like it right now. Present tense. Okay? So that completes our easy first sentence. 저는 커피를 좋아해요. If you want to say it in casual form, you can say, this also has a casual. 나 is I casual. 나는 커피를 좋아해. I drop the yo and it turns into a casual. 나는 커피를 좋아해. Are you repeating after me? Yes, because speaking practice goes with sentence making practice. Okay, so that's the first sentence. And now let's add one more component here. I walk every morning. That's going to be when, right? When do you walk? Every morning. So let's analyze it together. Let's bring my marker. And you're going to write the English in your notebook too. And we're going to put it, analyze it. I is the subject. Walk is going to be the verb that you do every morning. This is going to be the when something happens. So here, let's put an arrow and then arrow. And then walk is going to be the verb. And in here, we do not have an object. And that is okay. Ready? Now, if you know the words for each one, like I walk every morning, plug it into the chart. If you don't know, perfect way to expand your vocab with me right now. Okay, so yeah, you know it, 저. And then I can put a topic marker, 저는. And now, when do I do it? It's going to be morning time. 아침. Say 아침 3 times if that's a new word for you. 아침, 아침, 아침. Now, we flip the order. We say morning every in Korean. 아침마다. 마다 means every. 저는 아침마다 walk. That is going to be purely in dictionary form. 걷다. And I am going to turn that into present tense, but 걷다 has to go through irregular conjugation. Of course, we go over that in my course, Sentence Freedom, because I do not want you to walk away with a missing component. I want to give you everything. It's the most value that I packed into a course. It was so crazy. So now I am going to conjugate that. 걸어요. 걸어요. The carryover sound. 저는 아침마다 걸어요. 저는, say it, 아침마다, every morning, 걸어요. You don't need romanization. I'm saying it right here. You can repeat after me. 저는 아침마다 걸어요. Yes! That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, when I imagine you guys just, like, getting it and going, aha, I dance. I literally feel happy knowing that you're going to get this lesson. Like, I get it. it makes me happy. I guess I'm such a teacher in the nature. Whew. Thank you for learning with me and really understanding this to your brain. Okay, let's go to the next one. Why is it getting longer and longer? Well, as you're learning this, I want to show you how you can advance it through it all. And it's just adding one more vocab, right? You got this. So next sentence goes, yesterday, I studied, well, that's past tense, Korean at the library. Wow. So now we have, so let's break it down. Yesterday, that's going to be when something happens, right? In English, we call that adverb too. But I'm just going to break it down by when because it's easier in Korean to analyze it that way. And then I here is the subject. By the way, subject, if that's a I, you can omit it. Like I don't have to explicitly say I, 저는 every time. Because Korean is a context-based language. You just have to kind of like read it, and then if it's like already assumed in the context, that's clear. You can skip the subject. Okay, and then studied. That's going to be your verb, past tense, conjugation needed. Then Korean is what you studied. That's going to be your object. Oh, right? And then at the library is going to be where. So those two, when and where, will belong in the blue section. So let's draw an arrow together. You're doing this in your notebook, right? Isn't this so cool? Okay, so now let's break it down. Yesterday, that's the when. Where is also going to go there. But when you have both, what did I say in the beginning? What do you put first? When first, and then you put where. When, where. All right, so when, you put yesterday first, and then where. That's going to be all the way here. And then studied, that's the verb, easy one. At the end, always. Korean, that's the object. Wow! So the whole chart is full, but we got this. I'm here with you. I told you I'm going to do it together with you. Okay, so let's do one by one. Yesterday, is 저는. By this time, you're like, so easy, Aina. I got the 저는 part, yes? Now the W, you need some vocab. Do you know how to say yesterday? Yeah? 어제. So let's put yesterday, 어제, 어제. Now let's take care of where. Library is 도서관. Say that. 도서관. By the way, I recently did perm my hair. Okay, I permed my hair, it got curly. And some of you so nicely put in the comments that my hair is so cute and like you like my new hair. So thank you so much. It like made me really happy. I just wanted to say that. Okay. So library is 도서관. I just had to say that before I forget. So 도서관, I'm going to put that. That's going to be where? 도서관. We need this part. Do you see how there in English we have preposition at? Okay, in Korean we have that too, at. And here we're gonna put 에서. It kind of sounds like 에서, 에서, at, 에서. Okay. 어제 도서관에서 we have another particle 에, but here we use 에서. If you want to learn why, like how, when to use what particle, all in my course Sentence Freedom. I cannot cover everything in one like this. Because in Sentence Freedom, there's 57 videos that you can watch. All into one course. Super crazy. Okay, so 저는 어제 도서관에서 object, that's Korean language. 한국어. We all know this one, right? Because you're all here in my YouTube channel because you're learning Korean. And if you're learning Korean, you have to know this word. 한국어. And we got the last part, studied. Originally, it's 공부하다, but you don't ever want to use dictionary form when you're talking. You have to conjugate. So here, it's a past tense that I see in English. So we have to conjugate this to past tense in Korean too. And 공부했어요 is gonna be past tense of 공부하다. Woo! We filled it up And we are ready to put it together. 저는 어제 도서관에서 한국어 공부했어요. Object marker is missing, so I'm gonna put 를 here. 저는 어제 도서관에서 한국어를 공부했어요. One more time. 저는 어제, put motions with me. 어제 도서관에서 한국어를 공부했어요. 와, so good. Whoa. Do you see? We are progressing through how to make sentences. And the whole topic of today's video was let's make sentences together. Is this making sense to you? Is this helpful to you? If it is, please let me know in the comments. I read every day your comments and I think, okay, so this was really helpful. Let's bring part 2. Oh, this was not that helpful. Okay, let's give something else. I like to give you guys something that you guys really need because I really, really care about you. Okay, so here I bring you the next one. Next one. Whoa, I'm bringing some adverbs into it. I will. Okay, first of all, it's a future tense. I will study Korean harder. Is this your sentence in 2026? Next year's goal? Yes. I will study Korean harder. So we are going to pack this together. That's going to be your subject. Will study, this whole future tense is going to be your verb. Korean, that's your object. Harder, that is going to be, in Korean, we are going to put this as an adverb. Okay? All right. Okay, I just have to pause real quick because I have to organize things in my head. All right, so then I goes to the subject and then will study, that's future, and verb. And then object goes in the object column. And adverb, where is the column for that? Adverb is placed before the verb because adverb's job, the function of adverb is to help the verb. So we are going to put it in front of the verb. So right here. So right here. Okay, so vocab time. Do we know the words for this? You know it, 저는. But honestly, I'm going to put a parenthesis over it because you don't really have to put it. Right? I told you the subject can be omitted. Now, going straight into Korean, you also know this one. Repetition is so good. You already just saw the word, so you're like, yeah, I know what Korean is. 한국어, 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 한국어. Now, harder. In Korean, we use more diligently for harder. More is 더. So I'm going to put 더 right here. So it's going to be right before the verb. 더. And diligently is 열심히. 열심히. 더 열심히. Let me write this one more time. 더 is like that. 더 열심히. And then I will study. That's 공부하다 in dictionary form. And you're going to turn that into future tense. And that's going to be 공부할 거예요. 공부할 거예요. Super long. Let me squeeze that right here. 공부할 and then space 거예요. Wow! Okay, am I missing anything? Okay, I don't have any W in my sentence here. So 저는 한국어 object marker를 더 열심히 공부할 거예요. 저는, you can even omit this part, 한국어를 더 열심히 공부할 거예요. Can you say that one more time? Shadow me, using my rhythm of the speech. 한국어를 더 열심히 공부할 거예요. Oh, okay. So that's how you can really make sentences in Korean. And we just analyzed English. Arrow, use the chart all together. I have a couple more, but I can bring it next time if you like to see part 2 of it. And now, to see the big picture of how to make sentences in Korean, you will need your sentence structure, you will need particles. Of course, you need your vocab. That's why I was saying, like, how do you say that in Korean? And then we need patterns to fill what you really need, to say what you really need, like expressions, like, I can't do it, don't do something, something like that. And then we have to conjugate our verbs to present tense, past tense, and future. You literally witnessed this sentence pie in the chart, in the process of making sentences together with me today. So you can screenshot this. This is what really you need to make sentences in Korean. A lot of components, huh? All of them together in one sentence. What? And more you practice it, the more comfortable you'll become. Trust me. It takes time, but you are making progress with me. All right. And this whole pie, many times I notice that they are taught separately. So I notice so many students do segmented learning, segmented learning. And I don't like that. I like it when the learning becomes connected, like I did in my video today, how I was connecting pieces together into a one chart so you can see the big picture. So you can you can have guidance through connected learning. So what I did when I created my brand new course, just last week it launched, I put all of this, the sentence pie that you see, in my new course where you can turn any words into sentences. Okay? Inside, you will see like videos of me really breaking down the concept like this. And then there's like a mini section where another teacher in my team also explains the irregular rules as well. Mini section. Most of the videos are filmed by me, and in together there are 57 easy to follow, crystal clear, well explained videos that you can expect to connect vocabulary, grammar, verb conjugation, sentence structure, and particles all together. So if this is something that you need, you're like, Aina, I have been struggling to make sentences. I know a couple words, I picked it up watching K drama, but I really want to be serious in my progress, in my journey of making sentences in Korean, where, sentences equal speaking too, because if you cannot form a sentence, you will not be able to speak it unless you memorize chunks of phrases. But this one really shows you bring one word and you'll be able to make a sentence out of that, right? From scratch, from the ground up, right? So if this is something that you need, highly recommend checking out my course that hundreds of students are already in and loving. I can't wait for you guys to meet you. I can't wait for me to meet you inside the course and help you and guide you and support you. Alrighty, so that is it for me, and I'll see you next time. If you found this video helpful, check out my other videos too on my YouTube channel, and let me know in the comments how this was helpful to you. Alright, I will see you next time, and until then, I love you so much. 안녕!